Hey everyone, Tom here, and in this video we're going to be comparing gas-powered lawnmowers to battery-powered electric lawnmowers. We'll go over 5 big factors in this comparison: performance, noise, ease of use, price, and environmental impact. So first things first, performance. If you've let your lawn go and need to cut through the taller grass and a ton of weeds, how will these mowers handle it? Let's start with the gas-powered mower. Not a problem at all for the gas mower. All right, let's see how the battery-powered mower stacks up. Well, the battery-powered mower did a much better job than I thought initially. As you can see though, there are a few longer pieces of grass and weeds that it wasn't able to get through. The gas-powered mower definitely got through that a lot more efficiently. Now let's talk mowing time. What kind of a difference can you expect and how long each will run? We'll perform a simple experiment, running our gas-powered mower with only 1/8 of a tank of gas, and running our battery-powered mower with only 1/8 of a full charge. How much lawn can the gas mower get cut? Well, we didn't put very much gas into it, but that really didn't last very long. We got one section of the grass done barely and probably ran for about 3 or 4 minutes. Now we'll put the electric mower to the test. Guess we'll go to the backyard. As you can see, with only 1/8 of a battery charge, we got the rest of the front lawn done and all of the backyard. If that thing was fully charged, this lawnmower would last you a while. So as far as performance goes, it appears we're split. The gas-powered mower was much more efficient at getting through that tall, tough grass, while the battery-powered mower, it did get through that grass, but it left a few more strands. However, it does have the advantage of a much longer operating time, so you can get much more cutting done on one charge than you would on one tank of gas from the gas-powered mower. Let's move on to the noise factor. We'll start each mower up and measure their decibel levels. As you just saw, the gas-powered mower is much noisier during operation. And we don't need a fancy meter to tell us that. When they're both running at the same time, it's pretty easy to tell which one is louder. Now this battery-powered mower here doesn't sound like much when it gets started, but as we've seen, it cuts pretty well for the amount of noise that it emits. In terms of ease of use, these battery-powered mowers are much easier to push around. They're much lighter, although that does make them a little bit less sturdy than those gas-powered mowers, which are a little bit heavier, but are much more solid and can probably take a lot more abuse. While a well-maintained gas motor will still start up pretty easily, the pull start does require some effort. With the battery-powered mower, a push of a button does the trick. Even adjusting the height on the battery-powered mower is much easier. It's just one lever. While on most gas-powered mowers, you have to adjust each wheel individually. The biggest difference you'll find in ease of use is the maintenance. Gas-powered mowers will need occasional tune-ups and blade sharpenings, while the electric mowers only really need yearly blade sharpenings and to have the batteries recharged. What about the price factor? Buying a high-quality electric lawnmower is usually more expensive than a similar gas-powered model. While you can get some electric mowers at a cheap price, they're often pretty small, have a cord rather than batteries, they're not very durable, and they won't perform as well. And when it comes to repairs, electric mowers will typically cost you more than any repairs for a gas-powered lawnmower. Now let's consider the environmental factor. What kind of an impact do these mowers have? Gas-powered lawnmowers do create emissions during the combustion process. The good news is that newer models are definitely more efficient, and doing proper maintenance will help curb emissions. Electric lawnmowers don't use combustion, so there are no actual emissions from the mower itself. With that said, the electricity it takes to power your mower does still create emissions further up the supply chain, but the environmental footprint is smaller overall. So with all these factors considered, we've put together a simple pros and cons list to help you decide which lawnmower is right for you. Gas mower pros. They cut better in tougher conditions. With enough gas on hand, you can mow as long as you want, no waiting for batteries to recharge. They're generally more durable in build quality, and they're usually less expensive to buy and repair than electric lawnmowers. Gas mower cons. They require occasional engine maintenance. They have higher emissions. They're heavier and tougher to maneuver. Gas mowers are significantly louder, and you need to pull start them, which can be a pain. Battery mower pros. A full charge gives you a lot of mowing time. They require very little maintenance. They're more environmentally friendly. They run much quieter than gas mowers, and they're lightweight and pretty easy to use in general. Battery mower cons. They aren't as durable. They tend to have a harder time in tall grass and weeds. Once the battery runs out, you're done for a while. They're typically more expensive to buy and to repair. In the end, there's no right or wrong choice. You should use whichever type of mower best suits your needs, and we hope this video helped you figure that out. Which type of mower do you prefer using? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to visit us at ereplacementparts.com for more useful videos and so much more.